Reason to celebrate. So many people will be raising a glass. However, you want to do it safely, you want to be responsible, and you want to be legal about it. Joe Monroe is a partner at Gallagher Sharp, and he's here with important information that we all need to take in right now. First, Joe, let's talk about your role at the firm, Gallagher Sharp.
Yes. Hello, Joe. My name is Joe Monroe. I'm an attorney at Gallagher Sharp, and I've been here for the last 5 years. And my job here is to defend people and companies, usually insured, who have been accused of hurting or damaging personal property.
Now, we're talking today about liquor liability and the responsibilities that fall on bars, restaurants, and we're going to talk about the responsibility that falls on us as individuals. What are the responsibilities? First, let's start off with bars and restaurants.
Well, Joe, bars and restaurants face liability potentially even for injuries caused by their patrons off the site of their premises. This happens in two situations. One, and it can be a mouthful, if the bar serves a noticeably intoxicated individual or if the bar serves an underage person. And so the problem with the idea noticeably intoxicated is that it leaves a lot of discretion to a court or a jury to make a determination as to whether there is liability. So the safe practice is to obviously not do it. And then secondly, to make sure that your employees are trained to recognize the signs of a noticeably intoxicated person.
Mm-hmm. What about family gatherings where we have friends over at our own houses? Somebody is served or overserved and they leave. What liabilities fall on us?
Yes, that's called social host liability, and it affects everyone. We're all familiar with having family over and enjoying ourselves. Fortunately, for those social hosts, so long as they have not sold any alcohol to someone, which is frequently not the case at a home gathering, mm-hmm. The only way liability would attach in that scenario is if alcohol was provided to a underage person. Absent that, there is no liability for social hosts, even in cases where it can be established that the social host provided alcohol to someone who was knowingly intoxicated. Of course, that protection does not apply to bars or restaurants.
Let's talk about COVID. It has affected all of us, but how specifically has it affected bars and restaurants during this time? Are people or patrons going to try to make up for lost time and get more celebration in, if you will?
Yeah, COVID's had a terrible impact on the restaurant industry, as we've all heard. And one of the ways that the restaurants have tried to deal with that is to provide off-site alcohol. You know, many of us are still trying to avoid gatherings in that sense. The issue, perhaps unintended, is that restaurants are at a diminished ability to determine whether or not they are providing alcohol to underage individuals or to already intoxicated individuals when they're selling it to them for off-site consumption. So it's very important that restaurants train their employees, train their servers to ensure that alcohol is not being provided to underage individuals. Ohio law has now caught up to this development and has expressly permitted bars and restaurants to sell alcohol for off-site consumption, but it does require them to make a good faith effort to ensure that the alcohol has not been provided to someone who is underage.
Wow, great information, Joe. Thank you so much for sharing. If you've got questions or you'd like more information, simply reach out to Joe and the team at GallagherSharp.com. We appreciate it very much, Joe.
Thank you very much.